Maddie and Steve, they set the stage. From classic bouts to the modern age. Every slam, every story, every legacy comes alive with wrestling pedigree. So tune on in, the spotlight's bright. The ring is ready on this podcast night. It's wrestling pedigree.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Wrestling Pedigree. I am your host, Matty. Along with me, I have two special guests with me, big John Cena fans, and unfortunately, one of them is from Boston. So, in that case, first, let's go to Lewis. Joshua, how are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing good, boys. Thank you very much for having me on. I can't wait to get into, the great legacy and career of the one and the only greatest of all time, John Cena. And I'm looking forward to talking about my favorite matches of his and some of my favorite WWE moments of his that he was involved in. Rock and roll. Let's go, baby. John Cena all the way.
Also with us, we have, the Boston only.
The guy he hates.
I don't hate. I hate with love. Justin Martellini, how are you, sir?
I am fantastic. I am not ready for tomorrow, but I am fantastic.
I know you're going to be crying as much as you will get your 19th title.
No, I let that out yesterday. I let all my tears out yesterday, so I'm good now. I'm good.
Was that because of the video that WWE released? Yes. Let's get right into it. So tomorrow night, at Washington DC, we will see John Cena's last ever match, and he has said it today on the Pat McAfee show. It will be his last match. So I know last night on the Ross Report, where Lewis was there with me, Chris was seeking, there's going to be another match and everything else like that. There won't be. This is the last time. So let's get into it. Do you guys think, and I'll start with you, Justin, do you think Gunther is the right person to be facing John Cena as the last match?
No, I don't.
I'm
gonna be completely honest with you. Yes, I respect Gunther, but I think the guy that should have retired John Cena is LA Knight.
Yeah.
And now I know why it's not, because of what happened last Friday night on SmackDown, or this past Monday night on Raw. He's off of TV for a good long time. So
yeah, and I think they're gonna put a rocket behind him anyway. Like the road to WrestleMania, so it's understandable they do want half this on LA Knight, and they need a really good heel. Lewis, do you think Gunther is the right person? The right opponent?
Nope.
Okay, do explain.
I think for once in my life, I agree with Mr. Justin there. I think his last opponent should have been LA Knight.
They're both agreeing. This is a weird show already. We're 5 minutes in. 5 minutes in, and already you two are agreeing. I'm happy. I'm happy it's not Jey Uso, but I'm quite all right with Gunther. I love Gunther since Progress, so this match will be a banger anyway, and they're really good, like good storyline telling. So I'm looking forward to how they go about it. I think there will be some surprises and some interference. So I think this match is going to surprise a lot of people, especially like you guys say, oh, you don't want Gunther there. I think this match will surprise you. Definitely will surprise you. So what was the first match? Let's go with Lewis. What was your first match or first sighting of John Cena that you watched?
Way back on WWE SmackDown, many, many moons ago now, when Kurt Angle was in the ring and he was issuing a challenge to any opponent, and a random young man came out known as John Cena, and his WWE career took off from there. And he just got, as the years progressed, he just got better and better and better. And yeah, that's one of my memories of him. I'll never ever forget that opening first ever match he had with Kurt Angle. That was great. That was unbelievable.
I could remember the weird hair.
Mm.
It was like screw up. You could tell it was very 2002.
Yeah.
Justin.
Well, my first moment of him was actually WrestleMania 20 when he won the United States Championship from Big Show. Because I'm going to tell you this, I didn't start watching wrestling until 2004, so I had no idea who the hell John Cena was.
You just this Boston kid that went, yeah, I like him.
Yeah, I was like, cool, he's from West Newbury. Yay!
So your first time seeing him is him actually winning a title. WrestleMania 20, cool. Against Big Show, US title. I think they kicked off WrestleMania with that match. So they obviously him kicking off WrestleMania 20 with that match, and then the next year, him co-main eventing it against JBL to win the WWE title. My first sighting of John Cena was same as you, Lewis, 2002 in June on SmackDown. Kurt Angle open challenge, and here comes John Cena with the weirdest shorts, and I think they were yellow and no, they were orange and blue, and it was the most awkward attire, and then the hairdo was completely fucked. He wrestled at one point. He did out wrestle Kurt, and it's crazy when people during that career say he can't wrestle. He was really good back then. The 2002, bit green, but he was really good. What is there any moments? Let's go from 2002 to 2006. Is there any moments, Lewis? Like, we won't go in matches yet, but any moments or any segments you're like, holy shit, what a moment that was.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to what Justin was on about. At WrestleMania 20 when he beat the Big Show for the US title.
Mm-hmm.
That segment was unbelievable because I can remember John Cena's words to the Big Show. You are the favorite. I am the underdog. Do not ever count out the underdog because come WrestleMania 20, I will deliver and I will take that US title.
Yep, you did say that.
Yeah, and I thought at first, I thought to myself, I was like, you're taking on a 7 foot, 500+ pound man, and you think you're going to beat him. And then the next thing, as I was watching that match at WrestleMania 20, he proved me wrong.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Justin, any moments or matches? Oh, here he goes.
So
I'm frightened already.
my favorite moment of him, like during this storyline for WrestleMania 21 between him and JBL.
Oh,
My
yeah.
favorite moment of his was like, let's see how much this 10-gallon hat can hold. And it's like, dude, this doesn't even hold 6 gallons. That means your ass is alive. Oh, by the way, I'm done with this.
I remember that.
And then he was like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Because if nobody remembers, the rule behind it was if John Cena had touched JBL that was not inside of a match, he would lose his opportunity at becoming the WWE champion at WrestleMania 21.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, WrestleMania 21, the first of 17 world championships.
And I think the first one he jumped into the crowd with. So many matches. So many during that period. But one you said about Justin just then, I don't know if it was 2005 or 2008. I want to go with actually it probably was 8. But his matches with Chris Jericho in 2005, they were awesome. Starting off on Raw, him and Christian and Jericho, I loved that match. I think it was Vengeance. They had a triple threat match.
I do want to add one more thing about that because you're mentioning Chris Jericho. The part where Christian came out, he's like, "This is the highlight reel, so you must be the ass clowns."
Yeah, you literally did a rap and you just said like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just go like that.
Oh my god, that was great.
Before, let's go with before the pandemic. Is there any matches from 2006 to to 2020 that lives in your head? Like you think, holy shit, that match was phenomenal. Justin.
WrestleMania 25, Edge versus Big Show versus John Cena for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Is it because of that AA?
No, it's because everyone in the stadium was like, "Where's the real John Cena?" And all John Cenas came out, but yeah, it was because of the AA.
Yeah, no, I remember the entrances. They had like a whole line, wasn't it, of 20 people, 20 men or women just lined up the whole side of the ramp, and they're all going like, "You can't see me." That was a great entrance, and yeah, um, the double attitude judgments, and it was a really good triple threat match. However, I think it had to follow Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker, which unfortunately for them, you cannot follow that one of the greatest WrestleMania matches ever. Lewis.
Favorite matches, yeah?
Yes, before the pandemic though.
My favorite match of John Cena, and I don't care what anyone says, this was my favorite match of his, hands down, because I was like, holy dogs, that was an incredible match against one of his most fiercest rivals and arch nemesis, Randy Orton, who he had God knows how many matches with. Breaking Point 2009, an I Quit match for the WWE title.
When Randy Orton was trying to kill him. He literally did. I think that's the show where he tried to blow him up with a pyro.
Mm.
And you handcuffed him around the ring post with the Singapore cane and just went to fucking town with it.
Which by the way, John Cena is undefeated in I Quit matches, and Gunther, and I don't mean to bring up Gunther one because I know this is about Cena, but Gunther says like, "Oh, I'm gonna finally make John Cena give up." Guys, he hasn't tapped out since 2004.
That was his heel run, wasn't it?
That was his
No,
heel
that
run.
was
He hasn't ever since he went into Super Cena. He has never given up.
actually, yeah. That was the last time. I know he fake tapped out a couple of times as a heel this past year, but no, it did count. I don't know where. If you guys had the chance, right, to plan Cena's retirement tour one more time, how would you do it for the whole 12 months? And like, who would you have booked? Who would you? Where would you have done it? Stuff like that. What would his final? I know Justin will say Boston, but would it be in his hometown he would retire? Would it be on a Peacock show? Would it be at WrestleMania? Lewis, how would you book this retirement tour if it was down to you?
How I would book this retirement tour? I would ask him myself if he was physical and capable enough of competing for one last time ever in front of thousands, if not millions of fans on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania.
Who against?
Oh, now you're asking. Do you know what? Do you know what? I would have loved to have seen Cena and Punk go at it for one last time.
At WrestleMania
Yeah.
for the title?
Well, no, as like a retirement match for John Cena, but obviously CM Punk's the champ at the moment, isn't he? So
yeah. So,
but if CM Punk wasn't the champ, then and if I had my way, I would try and persuade John Cena to stay just for a few more months and ask him for one last bang at WrestleMania with CM Punk. I really would.
Are they both faces then? I take it. They're both faces, both baby faces. Yeah. That will be a banger. That will be a banger. Well, let's jump to our temporary mayhem GM and see how he would have booked it.
So everyone would think that I would want to book John Cena's final match in Boston. No, that's not true. That's not true. I would not do that.
Bullshit.
No, I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious.
Mm-hmm.
I would, first of all, I would still have him win the 17th World Championship at WrestleMania. I still would have done that because I think that's the best place to win is WrestleMania. Here's the thing. My final match of his would be SummerSlam in St. Louis against Randy Orton.
Oh, that would have been
LA Knight in a triple threat match.
Wow.
With John Cena not getting the pin.
So you got either. So you probably would have.
I have Randy Orton pin LA Knight to win the match.
Yeah, you're a proper GM. You are just putting down the LA Knight even more. He's got to think. He's got to think. Apart from John Cena's catchphrases, if it's LA Knight, Jey Uso, Joe Hendry, the guy hates fucking catchphrases. Wrestlers.
There is nothing wrong with LA Knight, Justin.
Yeah. If that's the case, I would have. The only thing I would have done is put more dates on. He offered 220 dates. WWE said, no, let's just do 36. I would have done at least 50 dates. If you do 50 dates, get more exposure. I would have loved for him to do that. I wouldn't make him heel because I would have had to have clarity from both Brock and Travis. And knowing Travis' attitude, I would have told her to fuck off anyway. All right, so is there any matches from pandemic to now that stands out for you? Like any matches from 2020 until now, any matches that stand out thinking, holy shit, he still got it. Lewis.
See, I don't know. Again, there's so many matches to choose from, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Because you wouldn't think John Cena is the age he is. Because he's just so like physically, like he's a beast. But I don't know.
If it helps, I'll give you an example. I think the SummerSlam match that you had this year against Cody was a phenomenal match. The anything goes match.
When he turned heel.
No, so it's when they were both baby faces. He turned baby face at SummerSlam and Cody won the title back.
Yes.
That
Lewis,
match.
Elimination Chambers when he turned heel. SummerSlam is when he turned back.
It's been a long year for us as fans, especially in WWE.
Yeah, I can't really remember from up until like from the pandemic. The only ones I can remember was when he turned heel and the SummerSlam match that you said against Cody Rhodes, really. Because
Yeah,
there's just been so many matches where you've looked at him and you thought, holy shit, this guy hasn't aged a day.
yeah. Justin, go on then.
Okay, Maddie, you're gonna probably like my answer.
I probably won't.
Crown Jewel wherever he had that match against AJ Styles.
Perth, Australia.
Yeah, Perth. There is the reason why I chose it. Mainly because AJ Styles had no idea what the introduction was going to be. We had no idea TNA was going to be name dropped.
The Bullet Club.
The Bullet Club, the face that runs the place, beat up John Cena one final time. But that's not it. The Fireflies, the Bray Wyatt celebration.
Oh yeah, that spot. Yeah.
That got to me. And John Cena versus AJ Styles, hands down, it was going to be my favorite match of the whole time. Yes, I could say 17 world titles, but that match at WrestleMania was boring to me.
Oh yeah, I mean, he wanted to ruin that match. He wanted to ruin. That hill run was just sucked. So my favorite John Cena match is the Umaga Last Man Standing in Royal Rumble 2007. For me, that's one of my best favorite matches I ever want to watch. However, I was looking back today on my day, half a day off. I rewatched the Firefly House during the pandemic, like at WrestleMania. What are they 30? They 35. 34 or 35. And
WrestleMania 41 was this year, so and the pandemic was 2020,
37.
so
37?
Yeah, 37.
Yeah, WrestleMania 37. Yeah, I love that match. I love the creativity on that. I hate the pandemic, but the only good thing that ever gave the pandemic for us as wrestling fans was AEW Daily Place and two great cinema matches in AJ versus Undertaker and Cena versus Bray. that was the best moments. But yeah, for me, Umaga versus Cena 2007 last man standing match. If you haven't watched it, please watch it because it's a fucking banger and it is on the YouTube. I do have a special message from my co-host who is unfortunately cannot be here tonight as he is at a prior engagement. However, he has sent this.
Hey guys, sorry I can't be there tonight to, talk about John Cena and his last match. But wanted to share a few words for a couple of minutes. How do you define the greatest of all time? Some people might say it was Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan brought wrestling into the limelight. Some people might say it's Ric Flair. 16-time world champion. The cornerstone of WCW. Some might say it's Bret the Hitman Hart. He defined the 90s for WWE. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Some might say it's Stone Cold Steve Austin. You can't have a wrestling Mount Rushmore without Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Attitude Era was legitimately built around him, and that was the biggest boom era in WWE history. And then there's John Cena. The work ethic that this man had, how he was with the fans, how they reacted to him, how he reacted to them, his relationship with Make-A-Wish. You can't talk about WWE in the past 25 years without mentioning John Cena. Yeah, it can be argued that there are other people that you also couldn't talk about the last 25 years of WWE without mentioning them. People like Randy Orton, like Triple H. However, I do believe that John Cena is the greatest of all time. Not only because he is the never seen 17, even back from his ruthless aggression era, he showed exactly what he said that he was trying to show, and that was ruthless aggression. From the very first bell in that match against Kurt Angle, to his time as the Doctor of Thugonomics, to his time as the Franchise, he is the prototype to what a professional wrestler should be. And that's why I do believe he is the greatest of all time. I am going to miss seeing him in the ring. However, as we know, he is going to be backstage. He will be an ambassador. And no matter what, he's going to be involved in making those next level stars for the next at least 5 years. But I see it being much longer than that. John, thank you for the memories. Thank you for the past 2.5 decades. Enjoy your retirement, sir.
I was really well put by Steve. I just loved it that he was in the middle of Justin.
Hey, Maddie, can I bring something up quickly?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I wanna share what John Cena has meant to me because I know what Steve said John Cena meant to him.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working at Market Basket for 18 years now. I started working at Market Basket back in 2007 when I was going to my senior year of high school. There was this one year where we had this strike of Market Basket and I was out of a job for 6 weeks. I kid you not, I came this close to quitting my job. This close because I couldn't take it anymore with this whole strike because I didn't know when I was getting my job back. You know what kept me from that? I watched back on John Cena's matches, and I looked at the shirts that he's wore. Never give up. Never give up. Hustle, loyalty, and respect. Never give up. Like that mantra, everyone thinks that mantra is just a gimmick. No, that's a way of life. If people are thinking about giving up on their jobs, on their family or on their careers, look back to John Cena. Ne- Go by those words. Because to me, when I looked back at that, with the 6 weeks that I was out of a job, I didn't want to quit my job anymore. Yeah, I don't want to work at Market Basket until I'm 50, but I almost came this close from quitting my job until John Cena's never gave up, taught me not to.
Oh man, that's great. That's such a nice story, man. Thanks for sharing that, dude. Um, I was when you were mentioning that story, I honestly thought that you were where you were working at, and all of a sudden John Cena walks in, and then you just met him, and then he FUs you and threw the apples and everything like that. That's why I wanted that story to happen. Um, but is man, that story is so emotional, and I feel we're going to get more emotional now because we're going to jump into Lewis.
Yeah, John Cena's taught me a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, when he was first came into WWE, like, I wasn't keen on him. I thought he was a cocky, arrogant so and so, and things like that. But over the years, I just grew to love him because, like they're saying on his shirts, never give up. And do you know what I mean? Like, I just want to say this, and out of respect, I just want to say this to everybody who's struggling out there worldwide, mentally and physically. Follow John Cena's way. Never give up. Hustle, loyalty, respect, and you will go a long way. Believe that. Because this man didn't say these words for no reason. He always wanted the best for everybody. Hence why, of all these charities that he put money towards, like Make-A-Wish and, all the stuff he did for people outside of the ring as well. And you just can't hate the man. You just cannot hate the guy. So, John Cena to me, I can't believe I'm saying this. John Cena to me, he is my fucking hero. I will miss that man dearly. Thank you for years of dominance in the WWE, and thank you for making an impact on all of our lives. Never give up. Hustle, loyalty, respect. Thank you, John.
Well put, Lewis. Well put. Um, when I first started watching John Cena, I was 13 years old. Yeah, 13 years old. And since then, I grew up watching John Cena from teenage to adulthood. And through the adulthood, I faced so much shit that I wanted to end it all. And I looked at um, some matches on one particular night, and the Never Give Up came up, and I just literally just motivated me all the time since then. And um, people say like professional wrestling is like it's just scripted bullshit and stuff like that, and we have like the tribalisms and stuff like that at the moment. John Cena is a perfect example of when you're emotionally invested in someone, whether in the ring and out the ring, they are the best role models. And to live through his journey, where all the ups and downs and the screw ups and everything else, it's just been amazing to watch his career. Not just in the ring, but outside the ring and in his movies. Um, although I won't mention Ricky Stanley because me that movie was crazy. Yeah, this is end of an era. It's kind of like Undertaker retiring. It's like your childhood going. So, and I think that's what people up like get emotional about is that part of their childhood is gone and retiring, going through the sunset now. So, I do feel as a wrestling fan, we should enjoy tomorrow. Every four matches that is on the card, and especially the main event with John. Um, we should just enjoy it, embrace it. Don't worry about the last 11 months. Just enjoy this fucking match. Yes, Doris.
I just want to say as well, one of the things that brought a tear to my eye was this documentary I watched just a few nights ago. And John Cena went into this hospital to go and see this young lad. Couldn't have been any older than, say, maybe 10 or 11 years old, right? And from out of nowhere, he came into this lad's like hospital room, and this young lad, bless him, he was so shocked. John Cena sat down beside him and obviously like asked him who's his favorite wrestler and then having a laugh and joke with him. And then John Cena sat by him, John Cena pulls out a piece of paper and he looks at this kid's parents and he goes, "Mum, Dad, I've heard he needs life-saving surgery. There's a check." I can't remember how much it was, but John Cena went, "There's a check from me to you. I want this kid to have a good life. He deserves it." Wow.
Yeah, he did some crazy charity stuff for that. Rightly so. If you're in that particular power, I think you should do help any way you can for charity like that, especially when you have that sort of power of funds. I feel this show has reached its time. It's now. So, Lewis, where can people find you, sir?
Yeah. Thank you for having me on again, dude. Really appreciate the opportunity again. It was brilliant. Wonderful talking about Cena and what he meant to us. Yeah, anyways, you can all find me on the Forever Boston Sports page along with Justin, where I'm one of the admins as well. But yeah, other than that, thank you, boys. And thank you, Cena.
You can also find Lewis on the Ross Report weekly on Wrestling Pedigree. Justin.
You can find me being a pain in Maddie's ass in MWL.
I like how we're talking about a Boston dude, and
in all seriousness, Maggie's a cool dude, and I'm glad that he had me on for this John Cena show. So I'm really glad. Sunday, you can find me on Wrestling Roundtable as we're going to continue to celebrate John Cena. And Tuesday, we normally do the NFL video. We normally do, and we're still going to do that. But Tuesday is going to be mainly revolved around John Cena, as we're gonna do basically what the Wrestling Pedigree did today, but a little bit different. So we're not going to copy what Wrestling Pedigree did here today, but we're going to do things a little bit different.
Yeah, be more impartial. You can find Wrestling Pedigree obviously on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Wrestling Pedigree 92. Wrestling Pedigree is also on TikTok, and you can find us our next episode, special episode. Me and Steve are interviewing Sonny, the Man Eagle Kane. That interview will be released on Monday, and just a quick message by Christopher Ross. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the show, and thank you, Cena, for an amazing career. Yes, you will see me, Ross, and Lewis next week on the Ross Report. And for that, 1 hour and 10 minutes ago before SmackDown. Go on.
I do have one final thing to say before we wrap up.
Go on. Typical Boston, always wants to take the glory.
No. From the bottom of every wrestling fan's hearts, even if you're not a John Cena fan, thank you so very much, John, for all the great laughs, the great memories, and especially thank you for having Liv Morgan kick you right in the balls.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, we're finishing on. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next week. And enjoy the weekend, enjoy tomorrow, and you can't see us.
From the gym to the bright lights, you answered every call. Hustle, loyalty, respect, you gave your heart and all. You can't see me, a wave, a gesture, a sign of fight. You stood when many faltered, you lit the dark with your light. A true champion is not judged by how hard he hits, but by how hard he can get hit and keep moving forward. You carried that weight, you faced the storm and soared.
The time is now, the last bell rings tonight. The champ is here, shining under the final spotlight.
Never give up, you said you lived through each round in your farewell match. Your legacy's found.
The time is now, the last bell rings tonight. You're the man who fought your legs to the height.
Hustle, loyalty, respect you brought. John Cena, your fight was more than the title you sought. Been on the road, been in the ring, been pushed beyond the seam. You can't see me echo while you chase the dream. Success is the result of hard work, determination, and sacrifice. You lived that creed, you paid the price. You said, we're all fighting a ticking clock, and mine is fewer seconds than most other people. Now the seconds fade, and we feel the ripple of your steeple. Be loyal to those who are loyal to you, and respect everyone, even your enemies and competition. You raised the torch, you passed it on, your mission.
The time is now, the last bell rings tonight. The champ is here, shining under the final spotlight.
Never give up, you said you lived through each round in your farewell match. Your legacy's found.
The time is now, the last bell
You don't play a character. It's totally just an extension of myself. You gave us truth beneath the wrestling shelf. I'm fine with being beat up and pushed around, you said, but through every bruise you stood, you bled. And now the curtain calls, the lights will fade, but the man who stood will never be unmade.
The time is now.
That time is now.
The last bell rings again, shining under the final spotlight.
Never give up, you said. You lived through each round in your farewell match. Your legacy's
The time is now. The last bell rings tonight. You're the man who fought, who rose to the height.
hustle, loyalty, respect you brought. John Cena, your fight was more than the title you sought.
The time is now.
For the man who said never give up.
The time is now.
As we stand, we salute your cup. Thank you, Cena, for every motion, every fight, every night.
The time is now.